Namo Phat. Thanks so much for joining me for our daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The third mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to cultivate responsibility and learn ways to protect the safety and integrity of individuals, couples, families, and society. I'm determined not to engage in sexual relations without love and a long-term commitment. To preserve the happiness of myself and others, I'm determined to respect my commitments and the commitments of others. I will do everything in my power to protect children from sexual abuse and to prevent couples and families from being broken by sexual misconduct. We've been reading Beginning Our Day, Volume 2 by the monastics of Abhayagiri Monastery for our Dharma lessons, and today we're reading Loving Kindness and Living in Harmony by Lungpo Pasano. The Buddha taught the Saraniya Dhammas, which are the 6 principles of conciliation or harmonious living. The first 3 of these Dhammas are based on bodily, verbal, and mental acts of loving kindness. By generating loving kindness, we create a strong condition for the arising of wholesome karma. When we establish harmony with others, we build on that foundation of loving kindness. The 4th Dharma, which encourages sharing or giving, also has its basis in loving kindness. When one is living together in a community as we do, this quality of sharing is essential to creating a sense of mutual congeniality and care. The 5th principle is virtue, which establishes trust and thereby harmony among people living together. When we trust each other, we have a sense of mutual loving kindness as well. The last Saraniya Dhamma regards holding a noble view of the potential for freedom, the ending of suffering. When we see that we and others can realize this Dharma, and that our companions have the same view, it creates feelings of kinship and kindness based on this harmonious perspective. How do we bring up loving kindness? What do we do when we feel it's impossible? When it does arise, what makes us lose it? The Buddha taught that loving kindness is appropriate in all situations. So it's helpful for us to reflect on these questions and try to answer them for ourselves. By investigating, we can learn to encourage and sustain loving kindness, work with it, and challenge any aversion we may have to it. This doesn't mean we'll get it right all the time, but we should reflect on how to bring about loving kindness in our thoughts, actions, and speech, because it's through loving kindness that we live in a harmonious way. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Namo Phat. Thanks so much for joining me today.